स्टूडेंट्स गुड मॉर्निंग। आज हम आपके लिए एक वीडियो लेके आए हैं जिसके अंदर डॉक्टर मोशे कोहेन जो इजराइल से हैं। मैंने पहले भी इनके लाइव सेशन कराए हैं हमारे चैनल पे। इनके थ्रू हम कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन लेंगे यूरोप में एमबीबीएस के लिए। अब मैं आपको एक चीज बिल्कुल क्लियर कर देना चाहता हूँ, मेरा पर्पस यहाँ पे ये नहीं है कि मैं आपको रेकमेंड करूँ कि आप जाके ये कॉलेजेस ज्वाइन कर लें। मेरा पर्पस neetprep.com पे, हमारा पर्पस neetprep.com पे कंसिस्टेंटली ये रहा है कि आपको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल हो, आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन हो कि नीट की तैयारी कैसे करते हैं, उसे क्रैक कैसे करते हैं। यहाँ पे हम आपका हेल्प करते हैं, आप हमारा ऑनलाइन कोर्स इसके लिए ज्वाइन करते हैं। पर बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट जो फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री बायोलॉजी के हैं वो यदि गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में उनका एडमिशन नहीं हो पाता तो उनके पास चॉइसेस क्या है, इससे रिलेटेड हमने कोशिश की है कि सारी इंफॉर्मेशन आपके पास neetprep.com पे अवेलेबल हो। और अब से लेके अगले 3 महीने तक हम आपके लिए और भी ऐसे वीडियोस प्रोवाइड करते रहेंगे। अगेन मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ, पर्पस ये नहीं है कि हम आपको ये रेकमेंड करें कि जाके आप ये कॉलेजेस ज्वाइन कर लें। पर्पस ये है कि आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन हो और यदि आपको डिसीजन लेना हो तो आप सही डिसीजन, इन्फॉर्म डिसीजन ले पाए। तो अब बच्चों में इस वीडियो के अंदर इंग्लिश में बात करूंगा। आप जैसा देख सकते हैं मेरी इंग्लिश इतनी खराब नहीं है। डॉक्टर मोशे कोहेन क्योंकि इंडिया से नहीं है, उनको हिंदी नहीं आती, सो वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक इन इंग्लिश नाउ। Dr. Cohen, welcome to you, and I want to ask you a few questions before you start with the presentation. Is that okay? Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
So first of all, Dr. Cohen, tell me this thing. How will students travel? I'm sure a lot of students would be afraid about traveling considering the current COVID situation in India, considering the COVID situation around the world. So how will students travel to join these universities?
Good morning, students. My name is Dr. Moshe Cohen. Thank you for presenting me. The universities in Europe has announced that considering the situation, they will open the first year in two options. The students will have two options. One will be to do on-site learning. It means to arrive to the universities and begin the first year at the 1st of October. And the second option is an online option for those who are not able to arrive due to the corona crisis. And it means that the universities are adapted to conduct the first year online in case the student is not able to arrive to Europe.
So does that mean that students, what are the subjects in first year? They have human physiology, biochemistry, and anatomy like India, or there are additional subjects as well?
So yes, it's the basic science, which is biology, chemistry, biophysics, and anatomy. That's the first year topics. Second year topics are physiology and biochemistry.
All right. Now, with respect to the fact that a student who's able to get into a government medical college in India, obviously his choice is going to join government medical college. Probably someone would consider Europe if they are not able to get into a government medical college and are thinking about going to a private medical college in India, or countries like Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, even China. So how would Europe compare to that, Dr. Cohen, with respect to quality of studies, as well as with respect to the cost vis-a-vis private medical colleges and some of these other foreign destinations which students go to for MBBS?
So first of all, those who are able, for my opinion, those who are able to get accepted to governmental colleges in India should study in India. Okay. I think that the competition should be, or the student should be aware of the options in Europe only in case the student is considering private medical schools in India. Universities in Europe have very high quality, and at the end of the studies, the students are awarded with a degree of MD, medical doctor. And with this degree, they can practice medicine in Europe. So basically, it's an international program that is inviting students from all over the world. And at the end, the degree is recognized in Europe. Now, in addition, these universities are very much encouraging the students to do the USMLE, United States Medical Licensing Exam. And with this exam, the students can also practice medicine in the United States and in other countries. So I would say that the most important advantage of medical studies in Europe is that the degree is international, well recognized, and allows students options in the future.
Excellent. And Dr. Cohen, what is the cost we are looking at? Private medical colleges, a good private medical college in India, uh, and even average ones or even bad ones would cost a student anywhere between 150 to $200,000, right? Which is around $100,000 is around 70 lakh rupees. So 150 around 1 crore to 1.25 crore. So what is the kind of cost we are talking about with respect to the universities you are talking about in Europe?
The whole degree will cost something like $100,000 for the whole degree.
This is
Let's
including
say,
accommodation?
including tuition fee, including accommodation, common expenses, everything included.
Okay.
So I would say that the prices are comparable and even lower compared to private schools in India.
Excellent. Now, Dr. Cohen, you are in Israel. I don't know if you are aware about one change that has happened in Indian medical system. Earlier, what was happening was students who were getting out of government medical college or private medical college with an MBBS degree did not have to give an exit exam. They would give an exam for postgraduate, but they would not give an exam to be able to practice after MBBS. Now, what government has done is, if you're going abroad, coming back to India, if you're finishing 5 years at a government or a private medical college, all of the students have to give a next exam, exit exam, which is basically a licentiate exam. This gives you the license to practice medicine in India. So students who do their this MD degree from Europe, when they come back to India, then also they would have to give licentiate exam. But you are recommending that rather than going back to India, better option, which a lot of students should consider, is going to US to do USMLE, correct?
Well, I would say depends on the students' considerations. Students can either return to India and do the license exam, or they can stay in Europe, or they can travel to the United States and Canada. What I'm saying is that this degree opens all options because it's an international degree. Now, returning to India, the consideration of returning to India is not necessarily related to career. Some students return to India because of friends and family.
Correct.
But if you're speaking about only about career choice, then definitely the students should consider specializing either in Europe or in the United States.
Excellent. Now, Dr. Cohen, I have pretty much asked my questions. I would hand it over to you. One thing which students should know, I think you mentioned in previous live sessions which we did on NEETprep.com, they were very helpful to students, and I'm sure you would be conducting specific information sessions, webinars on these universities. I think you have planned something like that. One question that is there is, please tell the students about what is the benefit of doing USMLE, what kind of consideration should be there. You told about the fact that residentship gives you $60,000 a year, and there is a huge demand of doctors in the United States and Canada. So cover that aspect as well, because students don't know that when they do their PG, they are not able to recover that kind of cost in India, which they can if they are able to do USMLE, even if they have to spend $100,000 for their MD degree in Europe.
Yes, so the USMLE, the United States Medical Licensing Exam, has two steps. The first, step one, is a preclinical step in which the student is asked about the basics of medicine. Most of our students, and we have more than 3,000 graduates, they take this step at the end of the preclinical studies, at the end of the 4th year. Second step is also divided into two parts. The first part is what we call clinical knowledge. And this exam is a theoretical exam asking about the clinical subjects of medicine. And this, our students take this part at the end of their 6th year, so right when they graduate. And it means that when they graduate, they are licensed for Europe and also for the United States. Now, our company has a prep course for the USMLE for both steps, step 1 and step 2 clinical knowledge. And the purpose of this course is to enable students to pass the USMLE with a high grade, because it's very important to excel in the USMLE if the students have serious intentions to work in the United States. Now, if they pass the USMLE and they finish their medical doctor, MD degree in Europe, they can apply for internship in the United States. And then they do 1 year of internship. Following this year, they specialize in whichever topic they want to do in medicine. They will earn around 60,000 US dollars during this period per year. And when they are specialized, then the sky is the limit. These are already private contracts. They can earn somewhere between 200,000 to $500,000 per year as an average physician in the United States. So I think that this is a wise career choice, but it has to start with an international school. And that's why we recommend these schools.
Excellent. So, Moshe, Dr. Cohen, over to you. Why don't you go over the presentation and tell students about the 2 universities you wanted to talk about today?
Yes. So in my presentation, I will speak a bit about what we're doing, and then I will speak about 2 universities that I'm here to promote, because we are inviting your students, we are inviting students from India to participate in webinars that we are hosting tomorrow and on Friday. In tomorrow's webinar, we're gonna have the University of Szeged from Hungary joining. And for Friday's webinar, we're gonna have the University of Palacky from the Czech Republic joining. So I would like to give some preliminary information about these universities as well. So this is us, Medical Doctor International Academy. We are a pre-medical school, and we are the formal representative of European universities. We do that for the last 14 years, since 2006. We have several locations in the world. We have a location in Tel Aviv, where I am now. We have a location in Stockholm, Sweden, in the United States, and we have very strong collaboration also in Delhi, in India, and that's why we are here now. And what we offer students is a preparatory course that is aimed to prepare the students for the entrance exams to these European universities. And this is important to understand. In order to get accepted to medical school in Europe, to these, by the way, it's not private schools, it's governmental schools, the students need first to graduate high school, which I'm sure all of your students did. And in addition, they need to pass an entrance exam. Entrance exam is a scientific exam in biology, chemistry, physics, anatomy, and physiology. And when the students pass the exam, they are able to apply to study medicine, veterinary, dentistry, and pharmacy. So once they graduate high school and they pass the entrance exam, they can choose what they want to study. Statistically, most of our students from all over the world, it's more than 90%, who choose general medicine, and the rest, about 10-15%, they choose veterinary medicine, dentistry, and some also choose pharmacy. Now, entrance exams are usually conducted in the location. So for example, we are inviting professors from the universities to come to India and to do the entrance exam. But this year is very unique. Because of the Corona crisis, the universities are doing the exams online from home. So your students from India who will be willing and who would want to take part in these entrance exams can do the entrance exams from home. And then following the entrance exams, after getting accepted, they can travel to Europe to study medicine or begin the first year from home online and then continue in Europe. We have lots of experience with students. We have, as I mentioned, thousands of graduates already from all over the world. And what we offer them at first is an online, live or online pre-recorded course. And in this course, they can receive all of the material required for them to be able to pass the entrance exam. And what we do, we teach everything medically oriented. So at the end of the course, they have the knowledge in order to pass the exam and to cope with the first preclinical year, which is considered the most difficult year in the whole program. So what we offer students is the PowerPoint presentation, pre-recorded lessons, teachers that are live online, more than 1,000 questions, simulation questions that will help the students practice before their entrance exam. We offer two variations. One is the pre-recorded course, which costs $2,850. And the second is the live online session, which, as you can see, is $4,500. And in here you have a teacher with you 4 or 5 hours per day, every day, Monday to Friday. Now, following the course, or students can decide to apply even without the course, the students are able to apply to a university. And we are here to promote today and to present today 2 universities. The first university is Szeged University from Hungary. Let me start by saying that I myself studied in Hungary. And when I graduated, it was very easy for me to find a place to specialize. And I specialized in one of the best hospitals in Israel because the Hungarian universities are highly prestigious. They teach in English since, as you can see, 1985. So they have more than 35 years of experience. They have thousands of graduates, tens of thousands of graduates, and they offer a general medicine program, which is 6 years, and dentistry, which is a 5 years program, and also pharmacology. The tuition fee for general medicine is 16,000 euros, and the common expenses around 9,000 euros. So everything together will sum up to around 25,000 euros per year, including everything. And this you should multiply by 6. So these universities, if you're considering the cost, it's around the cost of a private medical school in India. But as I mentioned, it's an international school. You study with students from India, from Israel, Europe, Sweden, Norway, Germany, North America, United States, and Canada. So students come from all over the world, and the teaching is done exclusively in English. Okay. Another university that we are presenting today, by the way, for Szeged, the webinar will be tomorrow, Thursday, at 7:30 p.m. Indian time, Delhi time. And in this webinar, we will host a representative from the university who will present the university and the study program. Now, the following day at Friday, I think it's around 5 p.m., but we will advertise the exact hour. We are inviting Palacký University from the Czech Republic. Palacký is a university located in a small city called Olomouc. It's a very green area of the Czech Republic. Very nice location. Very welcoming for the students. And the most important benefit that this university is offering is that they teach in very small classes. If you take Szeged, Szeged is inviting around 250 students per year to start the first year. Palacký is accepting only 70. So in Palacký, it's a very personalized education. And I always tell students, every student has to decide which university, which type of university fits him or her best. And the most important difference between Szeged and Palacký is that Palacký is teaching in very, very small groups. Regarding the costs are more comfortable. The tuition fee, as you can see, is 10,500 euros per year. And including common expenses, it's, let's say, if I translate it to US dollars, it's around $20,000 per year, including everything. And this, again, you need to multiply by 6. So it's even more cost effective compared to private medical schools in India. I think that one of the most important things to understand is that this year is unique. I mean, in any other year, we wouldn't sit and speak now because usually at this time of the year, the registrations are closed. And this year, you know, every crisis is also an opportunity. So this year, there is an opportunity for late applicants, even at this stage, to apply for medical school in Europe. We're going to have the entrance exams at the beginning of July. The 3rd of July is for Szeged, and the 5th of July is for Palacký. Students will be able to do the entrance exam from home. So you can apply for it, you can do it from home, you can pass the exam, and even start your medical studies this year online from home in case you are not able to arrive to Europe.
Dr. Cohen, I have a question for you. How much does it cost to write the exam for Szeged and Palacký?
Well, for Palacký, it's quite comfortable. It's around 20 euros only to apply for the entrance exam.
Okay.
For Szeged, the entrance exam is more expensive. It's around $350 in order to do the exam.
All right.
But I always advise students, if you are serious about medical studies abroad, and especially medical studies in Europe, it's very wise to apply to both options and not to, you know, to bet only on one option.
And with respect to the level of the exam, you must be aware about the level of the exam which students write, which is NEET in the country. Is it comparable? Is it higher level? Is it lower level? Because what is generally the case is students expect that I'm going to spend so much money in a private college or a foreign university, at least I don't have to bother myself with an exam. Now, in this case, these universities are expecting students to write an exam, some kind of an admission test. What is the level of difficulty of these exams?
Well, I think it's comparable to the NEET exam.
Okay.
But you don't have, let's say that if a student has a medium level or higher than medium level scientific knowledge and a medium grade in the NEET exam, then I think that this student is able to pass the European exam. So what I'm saying is that you don't need to excel in NEET in order to be able to pass these exams. If you are able to pass NEET, if you are able to clear NEET, and you do need to clear it, then you are also able to cope with the European entrance exams.
So Dr. Cohen, I'm assuming that after the live session tomorrow for Szeged and rather webinar for Szeged tomorrow, which is at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, 11 June. And on Friday, 12 June, after the webinar for Palatsky, students would have all the information with respect to what is the syllabus of the exam, how long is the exam for, how they can write. All that information you would be able to make them available, right?
Sure, of course. But you should know that, for example, previous year, we did an entrance exam in Delhi to another university in the Czech Republic, and the students got very high grades. So your high school level is very high, and your NEET preparation is more than enough in most cases in order to apply to this exam. Our course in a regular days, our course will strengthen your knowledge. But even if you're not taking it, you can still try to pass the European exam. I think that you have reasonable chances to succeed.
Excellent. So Dr. Cohen, you have anything to add, or I can summarize your webinar in a minute, and then we can end and give all the information for the webinar tomorrow.
I would just like to say as a summary that I myself studied in Europe. And I have to say that I always wanted to have my options open. And I think that if you have an international point of view, if a student has an international point of view, and the student is considering one day to work in an international community, or to considering Europe as an option, United States or Canada, I think that this route, this path is a very, very clever step to make, because from my experience, and we have quite a lot of experience with Indian students are clever, they clear the exam, they are very, very hard workers, and they succeed in their medical studies. And afterwards, they are able to decide where they want to pursue their medical career. So I would like to say good luck to everyone and to invite everyone to the webinars of tomorrow and Friday.
Thank you, Dr. Cohen. बच्चों मैं एक बार आपको समराइज कर देता हूँ. ये वाले जो एग्जाम है, आप इन्हें कंसिडर कर सकते हैं देना, जो 3 तारीख को सैगेड का और 5 तारीख को पलास्की का होगा. पर इम्पॉर्टेंट यह है कि मैं आपको रेकमेंड करूंगा कल वेबिनार अटेंड करिए सैगेड का, और फ्राइडे को पलास्की का. पर्पस यहाँ पे NEETprep.com पे हम कहीं पे भी आपको ये नहीं बोल रहे कि आप इसे ज्वाइन करिए या ना करिए. आइडिया ये है कि आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाए, और हम कोशिश करेंगे कि आपको इस टाइप की इन्फॉर्मेशन अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड की प्रोवाइड करते रहे. इंपॉर्टेंट ये है कि आप अनइन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन ना लें. इंपॉर्टेंट ये है कि आपके पास सारी इंफॉर्मेशन हो, क्या कॉस्ट है, क्या कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस है. आप एक प्राइवेट कॉलेज में जा रहे हैं, उसकी जगह यूरोप जाना चाहिए, नहीं जाना चाहिए, पहले साल में ऑनलाइन क्लासेस होंगी, आर यू कंफर्टेबल विद दैट. आपके पास सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होनी चाहिए. आप वेबिनार अटेंड करेंगे, आप क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं जो सैगेद और पलास्की के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स होंगे. तो होपफुली स्टूडेंट्स आपको इस वाले वीडियो से फायदा हुआ होगा. हम आपको इंफॉर्मेशन डाल देंगे नीचे इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में वेबिनार के लिंक वगैरह का, जिससे आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. और पढ़ते रहिए. आपका पहला टारगेट नीट के थ्रू गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में जाने का है, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि NEETprep.com की एक जिम्मेदारी ये भी है कि हम आपको सारी चीज़ों के बारे में अपडेट कर रखें, जिससे जब आप डिसीजन लें तो इन्फॉर्म डिसीजन ले, अंधेरे में, अंधकार में बिना जाने डिसीजन ना ले। बेस्ट ऑफ लक टू ऑल ऑफ यू, पढ़ते रहिए और होपफुली आप लोग कल के वेबिनार को भी एंजॉय करें।